Alright, hey guys, it's me, PoohBear253. Hello, Reborn family, Reborn mommies, Reborn daddies out there. It's PoohBear253 here with the 18th installment of Reborn Essentials. We're in chapter 3, the very last chapter, and we're talking about furniture for your reborns. And remember, this last little chapter is for reborn mommies that have a little more room to dedicate to their reborns due to the furniture that we use for the most part is the same type of furniture for real babies. Like I said, unless you're really good at Tetris or majored at Houdini school, you may be able to squeeze in, get things where you want them, even if you do have a limited amount of space. So, alright, this week we're talking about cribs and changing tables. Alrighty, so I've moseyed on back over to my crib here, and it's pretty self-explanatory crib. I guess I could kind of go over how you can acquire a crib. I guess, the best way to acquire a crib would be a hand-me-down from a family member. If you have a family member that had a crib that doesn't convert and their little one has grown out of it like I did. Actually, I got my crib and changing table from my cousin, and it was absolutely free. She gave it to me because they needed the space in their home. And for a long while, my crib was up in the attic. And if you guys have been with me a while, you remember this area was occupied by a full-size bed. And I just really wanted to get that full nursery feel, so I opted, and that bed took up a lot of space in my nursery, so I opted to get rid of the bed, and I brought down my crib, because the changing table came down. It came down first, and then I was like, I want the whole set, and I brought down the crib and got rid of that bed because it was not a good bed anyway. It was a bed that was given to us. It was real hard and really springy. It wasn't a very good bed. And, I got rid of that, and so now I had room to put my little swing in there and room for the crib. And it gave me room to put some of my stuffed animals on the floor and such. And I brought my stuff bag out of the closet so I could easily access loveys and such a little bit better. So yeah, you can also check garage sales. You can check the curb. They may be a little beat up, but you could always get some spray paint and paint the crib whatever color you want and, make it your own. And you can also go the higher end route and buy a crib or a crib set from, not a crib set, but a crib and a changing table from your local store, like Babies R Us or Walmart, Target, Burlington's, but as far as reborn mommies go, we try to find the best deal possible. So those are just a few options for you guys. But my best option is to, kind of talk to a family member that had a baby and doesn't want their crib anymore, and if they would like to either give it to you or, well, of course, you don't want to just want something for nothing. Just ask for it, offer to pay for it, or whatever. I guess it depends on how close of a family member it is, because I didn't ask for the crib. My cousin asked if I wanted it, and she asked to give it to me, and this was back when my husband and I was still considering having kids, and it was going to be for real children, whatever. But it turned out that I got to use it for my reborns. And now we're over to the changing table. And like I say, if you have limited amount of space, you could also use a changing table like this and kind of turn it into like a little mini crib if you wanted to. I also enjoy the changing table because it has some shelves underneath and it gives you some great storage. Great storage under there. And I currently have diapers, shoes, more diapers, and hair accessories, and just little bits and bobs of other stuff in there, and that one up there. So it makes the underneath the changing table and underneath the crib, for that matter, makes good storage. You know, if you have some flat bins like I have them pushed underneath the crib there, and I have these nice little bins here that I got from Target. All three of those came from Target. And that little box, I had a gift in it from Christmas, and I keep diapers in there, so I have a lot of diapers. I don't need any more diapers. Now while I'm over here, I want to give a shout out to Reborn Love is Real and give her a big old thank you for sending Dimitri this really cute romper. Okie dokie, guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, same thing with the changing table. You can get them borrowed. You can try to hunt down some at a yard sale. Oh, I forgot to mention, Craigslist is also a good way to try to acquire things baby related that's a little cheaper. I'm not sure about eBay, maybe locally, if there's anybody that's selling a crib or a changing table locally on eBay, you might can go that route. But like thrift stores have cribs. I've seen them there before, and like the Goodwills and things, I've seen baby related things there. So, you know, or you can, if you want something nice and new, you know, you can go buy it brand new, or you could just find something used and paint it whatever color you want to. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this webisode of Reborn Essentials. Please stay tuned next week, where it's going to be our very last webisode, very last one, and Reborn Essentials is going to be laid to rest. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just kind of pan around. That's my journal down there. I have to write things down sometimes. But yep, so that's pretty much it. We have one more webisode left. I hope you stay tuned and join me for next week. Alright, coming up, our audience participation answers from last week and our audience participation question for this week. Alright, here it comes. Alright guys, we're back, and you know how much I love hearing from you guys. Look, I'm trying to hold this steady and get to the mouse. Oh, what a journey. Alrighty, and here are some of the answers to the audience participation question from last week. I asked you guys, you know, what are your views on using the real formula for our reborns? And I'm going to start at the first comment, and if it's relevant, I'm going to read it off, and I'm going to read every other comment. So the first one is doesn't have any answers to the question, so we're going to keep on moving. Alright, Cat's Yarn and Reborns. She commented, if people want to use real formula, that's fine with me as long as they buy it and not get it free from the manufacturers. I think the samples the manufacturers give out should be used for human babies and not for reborn dolls. And she says, now that I've said that, I don't feed my babies, but I do several fake formula bottles made up for when my nieces come over to play with my babies. She said, anyway, that is just my opinion, and to each his own, really. Alright, thank you for your feedback, Cat's Yarn and Reborns. Mesh 312, let's see. Okay, here we go. She says, personally, I use lotion, water, and vanilla to make my fake formula. It stays longer and doesn't get stinky. And she said she believes that people should do whatever they want about the whole formula issue. Thank you for your comment, Mesh312. Next is Ash. Let me see. Ash. I'm not really exactly sure. It's like Ash RP Blonde. I'm not really exactly sure how that's supposed to be said, hon. You'll have to let me know how I'm supposed to pronounce that. But she says, I think people have the right to use whatever they want in their bottles. But for me, when I had a little baby and had to go buy the formula, it was expensive then and even more now. I remember struggling a few times or having to borrow money to get a can until I got my next check. So for my dolls, I tend not to use real formula unless I got samples, which you can get online at the formula sites usually, or even coupons, but I still won't buy a can for a doll. But like I said, to each his own. Thank you for your comment, Ashra Blonde. I'm not really sure how to say that. Let's keep going. Stars in the Forest commented, Okay, she says she used both real and fake formula. She used expired formula for the Reborn dolls since it's not safe for real babies, but may not use fabric softener because it smells great. Thank you so much for your comment, hon. So moving on. And Anitra Young commented, I totally agree about the formula. I feel bad about using it, so I'm trying to find a more permanent solution. Alright, thank you so much, Anitra Young, and everyone else that commented. I read every other, so there are other comments in there too. And I really appreciate you guys, weighing in on that, because it's something that's kind of iffy. Like, I'm like, But my struggle is my Reborn formula would thicken up over the summer because it would be hot in my house and it would turn into this glop. And I don't really like using the real baby formula either. It's mostly just for props in the nursery. And other than that, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to have to find some other type of permanent solution that will look like baby formula but won't clump up due to weather conditions, due to it being hot or cold or whatever. So I'm still kind of struggling with that. So my bottles are still empty. But thank you so much for participating in the audience participation questions. And I have coming up next the audience participatory. I get tongue-tied when I say that. Coming up next, the audience participation question for next week. Well, for this week. I'm going to read it next week. You know what I mean. Alright guys, here it goes. I've been kind of enjoying asking sticky questions. Alright. Say your significant other came to you and said, I want you to get rid of all of your reborns. No reason, just I want you to get rid of all of your reborns. What do you do? Alright, thank you so much for watching this webisode. Come back next week. Just have fun with this question. It's just kind of a up in the air question. Just kind of curious, like, what would you do? What steps would you take? Would you ask why? And they wouldn't give you any explanation. Just get rid of your dolls. What would you do? What would you say? What would you do? Just curious. So just have fun with that question. It's not a serious question. Just have fun with it. But anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. Mwah. Peace. Bye-bye. I hope you guys enjoyed this webisode. Next week, the last webisode of Reborn Essentials. OMG. Pooh Bear's going to have to find something else to do to occupy her Sundays. But I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I'm gonna get back into my crocheting, and I plan on crocheting some little beanies and mittens and little booties. So once I finish the first set, I'll let you guys see, but they won't be for sale. Just letting you guys know right now. There are plenty of people in the Reborn community that crochets hats and stuff, but I wouldn't have time to do it. I'm just going to be doing it for my own personal use. But anyway, I'm out of here. Hasta luego. Have a great Sunday, guys. Bye.